The number, I should say, of veterans who served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam are dwindling every single day. Tonight in Veteran Voices, Don Dare, himself a veteran, introduces us to an Army pilot who went to war and who was recently recognized by his old division.
He completed OCS at Fort Riley, Kansas, and served in the Korean War.
Retired Lieutenant Colonel Joe Ballant was honored for his bravery and action in war. The recognition came before his fellow Vietnam veterans at their monthly meeting.
Isn't that beautiful?
Colonel Ballant's former unit in Vietnam, the 1st CAV Division, holds him in highest respect, as he was presented a certificate for his distinguished service spanning 3 wars. He was 17 years old when he joined the Army in 1946 with his mother's permission.
I came back from basic training, and what's the first thing they did was ship me over to Japan.
Joe was one of an estimated 1 million U.S. servicemen who served in occupied Japan. His next duty station, Honduras, as a combat engineer. Then Korea comes around.
Oh, yes.
But months before war broke out in Korea, Joe volunteered for Officer Candidate School at Fort Riley, Kansas.
When you graduated, they assigned you to either infantry, artillery, engineers, and I chose engineers.
Lieutenant Ballant served as a platoon leader with the combat engineers in Korea, but he had a desire to fly for the Army. He applied for flight school and was accepted.
I would say half of my time was flying helicopters and half of my time was flying fixed wing.
As an Army pilot, he was posted to Iran in the mid-1950s and other overseas assignments. Then Joe volunteered to fly helicopters, a rigorous training lasting nearly 5 months. As an Army officer, his versatility as a fixed-wing and helicopter pilot was becoming well known. By the early 1960s, he was assigned to the HU-1, or Huey, as it was first introduced to Army aviation. Then Vietnam comes around.
Oh, yes.
There, he was assigned to the legendary 1st CAV Division. He wasn't there long before his piloting skills were tested. Tell me about December 17th, 1966 in South Vietnam, when you were on an emergency ammo and medical supply run.
There was an urgent request for volunteers to go carry some ammunition, and so I volunteered.
He received the Distinguished Flying Cross for heroism for maneuvering his aircraft into a dangerous landing zone to resupply soldiers on the ground. It says in this citation that 4 helicopters were down.
Yeah, that's right. That afternoon.
And you made that landing in the dark.
Right.
The tracer fire and the flashlights guided you to that spot?
That's right. Flashlights and, because we couldn't put our lights on.
His military career is displayed in this shadow box. At 95 years of age, Colonel Ballant is one of about 5,000 surviving World War II veterans who also served in Korea and Vietnam.
I look at it as serving my country, and I'll always remember as that it was my patriotic duty.
Joe Ballant, retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel. Don Dare, 6 on your side.
Well, we certainly salute him and his service. If you know a veteran who should and could be recognized, you can send Don an email at ddare@WATE.com. You can also give him a call, leave a message for him at 865-633-6923.